Hey guys, Casual Crono here. I was lucky enough to pull Izuna from her banner, so I have a fully Stellar Awakened Izuna. Well, not fully, she has 30 light points, so I have all of her skills and abilities, but I don't have her stats maxed out or her MP, things like that. So when I look at the wiki, she has skills that suggest that she is a pure DPS. Her largest modifier is Rage and Snuff, which is up to 4,000% modifier. And then she has other skills that seem to improve her damage. She has her Stellar Awakened skill, which enhanced can go up to an 8,000% multiplier. And she can enter hyper focus mode, and basically just everything on the wiki screams attack to me. So that brings up the point, is she the best DPS for Thunder, or is Oboro still the king? And Oboro, his highest multiplier is, I'm looking on the wiki now, he also has a 4,000 multiplier, but it's Rising Beat, his Stellar Awakened skill. His regular active skills, the highest one I am seeing is 2400, that's Voltaic Sword, but he does have a bunch of things as well. He has Rage in Mode, which gives a link to himself. He improves the combo rate. He can do Exposed Thunder for one turn on an enemy. So he has a lot of good skills as well. And he can Barrier Pierce. Rising Beat, when used in Stellar Burst, is a barrier piercing move. And at the moment, I just have really skimmed. I haven't spent that much time messing around with Izuna, but I have not seen anything that is barrier piercing for her. So if you need a Thunder team that can barrier pierce somewhat reliably, probably Oboro is going to be your guy. Now that said, we have my Thunder team, and we are going to test it out. We're going to swap out Oboro for Izuna and check out the differences. So let's take a look at the team. I have Valette, who has this gear, including multiple combo rate enhance ores. Miyu, who is my pain setter. Oboro, Elpis Dryad Vitality Badge, which improves damage by 20% when at max health. And then the Power of Pains, including Awakened Zone Enhance Ore, which, according to the wiki, improves his damage by 15% if he is in an Awakened Zone. And here is Orlea. So, back row support. Because the Thunder team tends to attack very quickly, they're usually at max health. So I have 2 Enhance if max HP katanas and a Power of Thunder katana on Victor. And then Sukiya has Mask, Eastern, and then Power of Awakening katana. Mask and Eastern are 2 personality traits that Oboro also has. Eastern and Mask. And then for sidekicks, we have Gunts and Tetra. So we're going to do a few tests. We're going to test on the Nagsham dummy, and then we're going to test on the Parallel Worlds Nagsham dummy. So we're going to start off with my tried and true Oboro team. We're going to challenge one dummy. We're going to have 5 turns.
I'll break you like bedrock.
Alright, we have 5 turns. We're going to spend the first 2 turns buffing up as best we can, and then we will do attacks on turn 3 and see what damage output we can do. So turn 1, we're going to buff up critical damage. We are going to inflict pain. We will go ahead and do 1 Voltaic Sword, and we would inflict rage, because in a real fight that's what we would do.
Gotcha!
Alright, turn 2. We're going to buff the team. We are going to reduce thunder resistance. We are going to buff him up and buff up the team. Now turn 3. Final turn of the Awakened Thunder Zone. So we are going to go ahead and attack. Attack. We're going to Rising Beat it, that's his stellar skill. And attack. And just see how much damage Big Baddie has.
Little scared.
Alright, Rising Beat took the boss down to about, what would you say, 20-25%, somewhere in there. Alright, so we no longer have Thunder Zone. Now we do. So at the end of turn 3, beginning of turn 4, the boss is probably around 20-ish percent, 25-ish percent, maybe like 22-ish kind of looking. Alright, so let's just go ahead and finish it off. And we'll do it one more time just to try and get a consistent result.
GG, everyone.
Alright, let's go back and heal so we have the another force bar. We want to keep everything the same. You know, the whole scientific constant and all of that fun stuff.
Gotta rest up to pump up, right?
Right. Alright, let's head back. We're going to do the same thing and just see if we get a similar result. Yes, I want to give it a try. Challenge 1 dummy. Alright. Turn 1. We improved critical damage. We set pain. We did reduction of slash resistance. And we inflicted rage. Turn 2. Buff. Reduce resistance. Buff. And buff.
Punch on this!
Turn 3. Attack. 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 And attack. He got his 50 stacks in.
Punch on this!
Looks like we're around 25-ish percent again, maybe a little less than last time. So we know that this team in 3 turns can get about 750 million, 800 million worth of damage, give or take. Now, can I swap skills and do better? Probably. Obviously, if I blow the AF gauge, I could wipe him out in turn number 1, but that doesn't really give us that much information. Let's go ahead and let's get back our Thunder Zone. And let's go ahead and blow the AF gauge and just see how high of a combo rate I can get. So we are going to spam, let's see, that's for 5 turns, that's for 5 turns. We're going to spam Minnie's Astrophy with Villette. We will probably, let's see, that's for 3 turns. So we'll spam Levin Longitus. Let's try to work in some Voltaic Swords. We need 2 more to max out slash resistance. And otherwise, we'll do Foundry Hatch as well. So I think All You Mage should still be in effect. So we're going to do all ones and do 2 Voltaic Swords and then Rising Beat it. Maybe even work in a Stellar Burst as well. This is not to test the damage, this is just to see how high of a combo rate I can get. So 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, Voltaic, all ones. There's our Stellar, Rising Beat. Still have mostly a full bar to work with. And we're just looking at the combo rate right now. In the past, I have gotten the combo rate to 800s, 900s, I've broken 1,000 a couple of times. My poor team is slowing down. And looks like 848 for this one. Alright, so while she's talking, let's think. At the end of 3 turns, an Oboro-based team with those skills and that gear can do around 750, 800 million in damage. Big Baddie gets down to around the 25-20% mark. And combo rate wise, we can get into the 800s obviously. And now we are going to go to the new Big Baddie. Parallel Time Layer, Nagsham. You can access this place once you've finished Chapter 3 of the new Mythos, the Sin and Steel. And the new Nagsham has a new test dummy. Now it has an issue, which you'll see. That record is from my win team. So, he restores your health, and he fills up your AF gauge immediately. However, you only have 1 turn against this boss. So we have 1 turn to try and work in all of those debuffs and buffs and attacks. So that's a little frustrating. So we are going to do all... We'll do 2. Okay, so we'll do 3, 2, 3, 2, and then all ones, and I might try to work in... Oh, I forgot to get in his thunder attack. That's probably why I didn't have all ones before. I might have to do the first fight again. We'll probably just do like an average and see. So we'll try to work in Voltaic Swords and Raging Reppas. So let's do 3, 2, 2, 2, and then all ones, and try to work in some Voltaic Swords. So 3, 2, 2, 2. And there's a 1 Voltaic Sword. And there's a second. And there's the third. Okay. We can Stellar Burst now and get the Raging mode. As we hit... Actually, we already passed up the 50 stacks, so... Then we're just going to spam all ones. We have Pain. And we're just going to see how much damage we can get. You can tell that the combo rate is already a lot higher. Alright, and then we have our final...
I call on you to join the
attack.
Vein of despair, thunder's pike, come before your queen. I give to thee darkest clouds.
So what I'm hoping to do here is just see how much total damage we can do in one turn.
Let there be light.
So the old test dummy gives us a chance to beef up the team. The new test dummy is like a one-shot deal. Like you'll see we have 99 stacks. We did 22 billion in damage. Nice. So while we're here, we're going to try that one more time and just see if we get somewhere around 22 billion. I'm going to kind of skim through and make sure I didn't miss any buffs. So I'm just winging this. I do not have this scripted out or planned or anything. Alright. We did 3. Two, 2, and 2 last time. We worked in some voltaic swords. I think I worked in all 3. If we did 3, I'm not so sure if I got in Exousia. So that I might have missed that one with Villette. So let's do 2, 2, 2, 2 for everyone. And then 3, 1, and then work in the voltaic swords. So we'll do all 2s, that way we'll make sure we'll get in Exousia. And then we're going to do 3, 1, 3, 1, basically. And then whenever I can catch Voltaic Sword, I'll do that one, otherwise Rising Beat. So 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 1, 3, 1. Voltaic Sword, number 2. Voltaic Sword, number 3. And now we should be able to spam all 1s. We just hit 50 stacks. We'll go ahead and Rising Beat. So he should be in Raging mode. And I think we can just spam all 1s at this point again and see if we get around 22 or if the Exousia will make a bit of a difference. We got close to 1,000 combo rate. It was 900 and something. Looks like we'll get 900 and something again. And let's see what kind of damage we get.
Come before your queen. I give to thee darkest clouds to deliver all from blight. Rain down, your majesty. And let there be light.
Alright, and we got... Go Guns, add to that total. 27 billion. Okay, combo rate 932. So 22 billion, 27 billion. So, not sure if my order is perfect, but we can hit in the 20 billions somewhat reliably, I think. Alright, so with an Oboro-based team with those particular skills and those back row characters, the normal Nagsham dummy was losing around 800 million health, and we were able to reliably do in the 20 billion damage mark on the parallel time layer Nagsham dummy. That's going to get so confusing after a while. Too many dummies. Alright, so we want to compare Oboro to Izuna. You'll notice that both of them are level 83.
Did you bring a lunch?
Now, Izuna also has 30 light points, which means she has about the same stellar stuff that Oboro does. She does not have the extra stats either, or the extra MP or anything. So, same level, and same stellar board, pretty much. Gear-wise, it's going to be basically the same gear. Where is my Vitality badge? So we have an Elpis weapon, Dryad's ring and Vitality badge, And we have 3 pain-based Grasta. Now the only difference, Oboro in his 3rd slot had the Awakening ore equipped, and that was 15%. She, because there's only 1 ore, and I'm honestly just too lazy to unequip it and stick it back on for her. So I've found one that's very close. Instead of 15%, she is going to gain 12% extra damage, and that is because her team is all made up of light characters. So light, 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 and light. So, who should be in the back row for Izuna? If you're not sure how to create Super Boss teams, if you haven't watched my Super Boss video, this is the approach I take. I look at the personality traits. She is Eastern, she has a mask on, she has amnesia. All 3 of those have personality grastas. Oboro had 2 enhance if max HP and 1 power of thunder, all for katana. So I need a staff user for the same purpose. And I found, where are my staff people? Actually, was it Cyrus? I pre-equipped people, and then I've already forgotten who I pre-equipped. Go figure. Let's see. If I don't find them soon, I might edit this part out and just jump to... Oh, it was Yuna. Yuna has 2 enhance if max HPs and 1 power of thunder staff. So she has the exact same Grasta equivalents that Victor did. Alright, so then the other thing. Personalities. We have Eastern, Mask, and Amnesia. So we have 3 personalities traits that we can use. Sukiya had 2 equipped. Mask and Eastern, both of those were helping Oboro. And then she had Power of Awakening for katana users. So I looked at the personality list, and lo and behold, of all people, I'm not sure what element he is, an oldie but goodie, Raven. Raven is Mask and Amnesia, and he is a staff user. So that allowed me to find 2 personality traits. So we have Amnesia and Mask, and then Power of Awakening for staff. So these are the exact same type attack bonuses that Oboro had. So Raven is identical to Sukiya, and Yuna is equivalent to Victor. So our back row characters are basically the same. The front row characters, I'm not going to change their skills at all. We're going to work with what we have. Izuna is a magic user, so she wants magic attack. And the skills that we were using, for example, All You Mage, beefs up intelligence as well as power. Valette and her Exousia improves power and intellect. And then everything that improved thunder type attacks will affect Izuna as well. Speaking of which, we need to pick out her 3 skills, because I am limited to 3. Alright, so Secret Art Thundercrack is her stellar skill. Remember, Rising Beat was Oboro's, so we're going to use that one. And then we have to decide what the other 2 are. Thunder God Dance improves intellect and speed, and it improves her thunder type attack. So we will use Thunder God Dance for 1. And then I have Tengu Sublimation that improves magic damage based on MP and staff characters damage by 50%. So it's another buff. Now, are these the best choices to use as a comparison? I really don't know. Would I use these in a boss fight? I'm not sure. I mean, Rage and Snuff gives a damage barrier. That might be helpful. I can deploy Thundering Stance with her. If I don't want to use Pain, if I'd rather use Poison, I could use Miasma Bolt, but I don't like having to worry about it with my damage dealer. So we're going to stick with these three. Again, this is not a completely scientific, this proves that one character is better than the other type of video. This is just to see, are they comparable? If you have Izuna but not Oboro, can you build a team around Izuna and get similar results? That's kind of what I'm going for. So here is the Thunder Team equivalent, featuring Izuna. So, first things first, we're going to check out and see, can we hit around 20-25% on the test dummy in 3 turns? So 3 characters are exactly the same, so we'll go ahead and keep them exactly the same. We'll improve critical damage. We will set up Pain. In her case, let's see, that's for 3 turns. That's for 3 turns. Oh, duration improves under Thunder Zone. Alright, we'll start off with the dance for her. And in a real fight, I would inflict rage, so turn 1. Alright, on turn 2, we inflicted pain, so now we're going to buff. We are going to reduce thunder resistance. We are going to buff. And we are going to buff. I just noticed we do not have Thunder Zone. Why don't we have Thunder Zone? Oh, I wonder if that was an Oboro thing. Well, that's definitely going to affect things. I actually feel kind of stupid not noticing that before. Okay, well that is going to change this lineup, but let's go ahead and just attack, 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 and attack. Obviously, it's not going to do nearly as much damage. Alright, so I'm so used to having Oboro in the front row that it never occurred to me that he might have been the one putting Thunder Zone. So let's just finish this up. Oh.
Am I good at this or what?
What just happened? We were not in a Thunder Zone, and she just obliterated that thing. Well, here I thought I'd messed up severely, and that is interesting. That was a 4-turn setup, whatever that was. I guess I'll see in editing what exactly happened. Well, in the meantime, we need to deploy a Thunder Zone.
Wake up! Wake up!
I'm thinking, can Orlea do it? Let's see. Preemptively deploy Thunder Stance. Yes. Alright. So for the sake of comparison, we are going to have her deploy Thunder Stance at the start of the fight and skip the rage. From a damage point of view, it should not affect anything. No, it won't be an awakened zone, at least not right away, but I think some of the other skills would awaken it when used, so we should get an awakened zone. Maybe.
How's about I show you what it takes?
Alright, so pain. Let's see. We're going to buff we are going to pain, we are going to dance, and we're going to have a preemptive thunder zone. The dance says that when we are in a thunder stance, the buffs basically get doubled, so she will do more than before. And I think that was the only one that, yeah. Okay, so now we have our Thunder Zone, still not awakened, so. Alright, round 2. Alright, so we are going to buff, we are going to buff, we did pain, so we're going to reduce thunder resistance, and we are going to buff. Alright, so we're still not in an awakened zone, so we're going to lose some damage there. This is turn 3, this is when Oboro was able to knock that boss down to right around in there in health. So we are going to attack, we are going to attack. You know what I'm thinking? I noticed this one. Enemies' thunder resistance will be decreased if amped is at 50. It's not. Okay, so that was not the reason for it. Let's take a look at this Thunder Crack. Alright. It does a magic attack. After attack, Hyper Focus mode is entered and then strength improves by 20 times. So that's what happened. Last time we used Thunder Crack and I entered Hyper Focus mode, and then on turn 4 she did that huge amount of damage. Alright, so we used Allumage and Dubin, so if she goes first, she will awaken the zone. I'm not sure what her speed is. I don't think it's that high, so we may or may not have an awakened zone when we get Thundercrack. No, we will not. Alright, so now we have an awakened zone. Alright, so that's telling me in 3 turns, with the same general setup, Izuna did about, what, 200-ish, 250-ish million in damage versus Oboro doing close to 800 million. So Oboro wins turn 3 unless we do Thundercrack on turn 2. So we might try that next. So we're going to attack, 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 and check out her damage. Nice. Alright, we're going to go back, restore our health, because Thundercrack takes a lot of mana. I think it was like 100 and something. So right now, the difference is, we don't have an awakened zone right away. And we need a little more time to set up. Now, if we wanted, actually I have an idea for a good comparison. But first things first, let's just try Thundercracking on turns 2 and then 3 and just see what happens. Alright, so turn 1. Critical damage improves. Pain. We'll go ahead and do Thunder God Dance and deploy Thunder Stance. So by using Thundercrack on turn 2 and then 3, we are going to lose the Mind's Eye type of skill that we get with Tengu Sublimation. We're going to lose the increased magic damage based on MP, and we are going to lose the 50% buff for staff users, and we are going to not get the chain damage. Thundercrack attacks 5 times, so we could max it out with Tengu Sublimation. But let's just try, first of all, Thundercrack on turn 2. We'll go ahead and reduce Thunder Resistance, buff, and buff just like before. Now this Thundercrack should not do that much damage. But now she's in that hyper focus mode, which I guess is why she's glowing yellow. So we're going to attack, 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 and attack. So turn 3, what can she do? Wow. So she can do a 3-turn big baddie clear versus Oboro's 3-turn 80% kill. Now, could we tweak things for Oboro? Probably. As I said, the main goal of this video is just to see if you don't have Oboro, can you still form a team around Izuna and have similar results? Obviously, the answer is going to be yes. Now, let's do one last thing. How's my mana? Yeah. Let's do this. Just for fun. You're waiting for me to say what this is. Alright, Izuna does have the ability to have the AF bar at full right away. So why don't we take this opportunity to blow the AF gauge? We're not going to do combo rates. We're going to use it to go ahead and do the buffs. So we're going to go ahead and do 3. We'll do... I'm trying to see which ones only have bonus effects when in Thundering Stance, because I don't want to do them until Orlea goes. So we can do 3, 1, no, yes. Alright. So we'll do 3, 1, 2, and then 3. We're going to take this nice and slow. We're not going to try and kill Big Baddie. We're just going to go ahead and try to buff up as much as possible. So 3, 1, 2, and 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do all 2s, all 3s. And then just wait. Actually, we can awaken the Thunder Zone. Okay. So on turn 1, we got all of our buffs in. And yes, we could have done the same thing for Oboro. I'm not trying to suggest that Oboro is the worst of the two. This is just me being curious now. Alright, so turn 2. I think we got in an Epitomal. Yeah, we did all 2s, so at this point, none of those really matter, so we'll just have her attack. We'll have her attack. We'll go ahead and Thundercrack it on turn 2, and that will allow us to enter Hyper Focus mode. And I think we cast all 3, so let's just have her attack again. Why not? Alright, so let's see Thundercrack on turn 2 with buffs. Alright, that was about 500,000. Or 500 million, I mean. And now we are going to just attack again, and this time we're going to see Thundercrack in all of its wonderful glory. She now has Tengu Sublimation and Thunder God Dance going for her. We're in an awakened zone. We're already able to blow the AF gauge again if we really wanted to. Let's just go ahead and attack and see what Thundercrack does. It does a lot. Okay. So, for multiple turns, it looks like she is comparable to Oboro. Is one better than the other? To be decided. But now, let's go take this team to New Nagsham. parallel time layer, Nagsham number 2. And we're going to see what we can do. We were doing 22 billion, 27 billion with the Oboro team. That's our highest, about 28 billion actually. Alright, one single turn. We have to blow the AF gauge. We're going to go ahead and do... I hate the pianoing. As many videos as I've done, and you'd think I'd get used to it, we need to deploy Thunder's Dance as soon as possible. So we're going to do... let's see. We'll do 3, 1, 2, 3. Then all 2s, then all 1s. We'll work in a burst, all that good stuff. So 3, 1, 2, 3. All 2s. All 1s. There's the first thunder crack. There's the second thunder crack. We're going to burst the thunder crack. And we're going to keep going. Let's see that combo rate go up. We got around 800% combo rate last time. Looks like we're around the same mark this time. Alright, so can she pull off 20-something billion as well?
Before your queen, I give to the darkest clouds to deliver all from blight. Rain down,
And the verdict is, once Miyu finishes her speech,
let there be light.
go Guns, add in that extra damage. Wow, 66 billion? I was not expecting that. That's incredible. Let's do it again. No reward? Oh. Okay. 66 billion, that's insane. I mean, my Crystal team is one of my favorite teams, and Sword and Heart, I can get damage cap, like, for, like, what, 4 hits, 5 hits? Depending on buffs. So that's like, you know, 8 billion. But you can't Sword and Heart multiple times during an AF burst. Okay, well, let's do this again. We're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do all 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm not even sure, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because last time, after I did the pianoing, I did all 2s and then went to all 1s. I don't know if I ever got Thunder God Dance in, because I was waiting until I was in Thunder Stance to do it. Oh dear. Okay. So let's make it a point this time to hit Thunder God Dance to make absolutely sure. So 3, 1, 2, 3. And then all 2s except for her Thunder God Dance. That might slow me down a little bit. Let's find out. 3, 1, 2, 3. Thunder God Dance. 2, 2, 2. All 1s. There's the first Thunder Crack. I should be in Hyper Focus mode. I can Stellar Burst now. We're going to resume attacking after the Stellar Burst. I saw a bunch of damage caps there, 2.147s. Keep going, keep going.
Little scared.
We want to hit around 800 something percent to be consistent with previous trials. Ooh, we got up to 948%. And Miyu's going to give a righteous speech again.
Thunder's pike, come before your queen. I give to thee darkest clouds to deliver all from blight.
Alright, we got Thunder God Dance in this time. Now, it may or may not have made a difference. If I was doing constant damage caps before, then more constant damage caps shouldn't change the overall damage. But maybe the initial non-damage caps. 69 million. That was what, 66 million or billion before? 69 billion? Yeah, that's another record. That is insane. I'm gonna screenshot that. You know what's gonna be really funny? In like 6 months from now, we're gonna think this is low. Just new characters are gonna come out that are gonna blow the current characters out of the water. I don't have Sesta AS. I'm really curious now, because it's only one turn. I'm curious how she would do in something like this. But wow, 70 billion just about. That is crazy. All right, well, I guess now would be the time for conclusions. Yeah, go ahead and stretch, Follette. You earned it. All right. Izuna versus Oboro with the same support cast, the same sidekicks, same everything. Really the main difference was we have Izuna and her skills versus Oboro and his skills. Now, Izuna's modifiers looked impressive, up to 8,000 for the Thundercrack versus Oboro's maximum of 4,000. So kind of just on paper, on screen, so to speak, Izuna looked like she might be able to do more damage. But Oboro has the link effects, he has the Raging modes and all of that, and the enhanced damage to weaknesses, etc., the exposed weakness. So we really didn't know. Now, both proved to be very powerful. Oboro was able to consistently do 20 billion to 30 billion range on the Nagsham parallel dummy. However, as you just saw, Izuna was... I was not having that much difficulty getting her up into the 60 billion in damage on one single turn, which is still kind of blowing my mind. So between the two, I have to say Izuna is looking like she might be the stronger of the two for DPS. And that kind of surprises me. I thought they'd be relatively close. I actually kind of half wondered if Oboro was going to be better. But now, let's get all of the extras out of the way. Was this a truly scientific? Did I explore every single possibility, etc.? No, obviously not. For example, Utpalaka is not on my team at all. I don't have him Stellar Awakened. He definitely has skills that enhance katana users. So let's see. Where are they? Yeah, Shared Radiance, for example. He can improve all thunder attack damage and party damage by 50% for katana users. Staff users is not in there. So if you have a Utpalaka, it's possible that having him in the lineup would make Oboro much more powerful. Because aside from Pain, Miyu was not really buffing the team at all. So if I swapped out Miyu and put in a Utpalaka and had Oboro, it's possible that Oboro's damage would have improved a whole lot more. Would have it reached 60 billion in one turn? I don't know, but I don't have a Stellar Awakened Utpalaka to really test it out, because if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this right and try to maximize Utpalaka's damage as well. So a little encore test video here. I realized when I was editing, Valette does have the ability to deploy pain on an enemy. It is right here. Deleterio Scarpolo. So it inflicts poison and pain, persistent, ignores target resistance. Perfect. So the question is, because I only have 3 slots, what do I give up to inflict pain? And I'm either giving up critical damage improvement and the chain hits, and when amped is 50, buff effect improves, basically doubles. Or do I give up Exousia, where in Thundering Stance I lose 100% of power and speed, and the Mind's Eye type of buff? Or do I give up 4 times hits, critical rate and magical critical rate, and reduction of thunder resistance that stacks? And that's a really tough choice. I think I really hate to give up this one, because I know the chain one in particular is going to be very helpful. But again, this is not a thorough test video, it's just I realized, oh, Valette can deploy pain. So we're going to give Valette pain that allows me to remove Miyu, and I've thrown in Utpalaka. I'm going to see if I can get Oboro's damage past at least the 20 billion mark. For equipment for Utpalaka, I've given him all this stuff. Miyu is holding the power of Offense Thunder, and so now he is, and Miyu had 2 power of Pains, and then Elpis gear and stuff. So he basically has the same gear as Miyu, except that skill-wise, he is able to do Shared Radiance, which improves katana users' damage and their thunder type attack damage. And he has Peerless Flash, which reduces slash resistance. So I'm wondering if these 2 buffs are enough to kind of make up for what I'm losing giving Valette pain. And then we have Oboro, geared as before, same skills and everything, and we have Orlea. She was holding the Elpis axe, but I gave it to Utpalaka, so now she just has the Void axe. She doesn't do much damage anyway, even with the Elpis gear, so I'm not that concerned about her. And hopefully Utpalaka can do some decent damage himself, because I've never been too impressed by Miyu's damage. She's there more for utility, in my opinion. So, sidekicks the same, back row characters have their Grasta, everything's good. We are in New Nagsham, and we are going to try a one-shot deal and see if we can boost Oboro any more than what he had before. So obviously we're going to blow the AF gauge. She's going to do pain, so right away she's going to do 3, 3. And let's do just all 3s, shall we? Except for her, she'll do 2. So 3, 3, 3, 2, and then 2, 2, 2, 1. And then pretty much all 1s will try to work in 2 more Voltaic swords before we start doing the rising beats. So 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, and work in Voltaic swords. Let's see how my reflexes go. 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, all 1s, Voltaic sword. Yep. Got in a rising beat by mistake. Let's do a Voltaic sword. Okay, we have the burst. Come on. Rising Beat.
Time to get serious.
We have our 3 stacks of slash reduction. So now it's just pretty much all ones. Come on, combo rate. We want to still hit around in the 800s. 600s. I could have just been slower. I'm not sure. Now let's see what the total damage is. Oh yeah, Utpalaka does a few follow-up hits. 25 billion, so we're still in that 20 billion range, even with Utpalaka. Let's try one last thing. I really was... Do we still have the 69 showing? Yes, we do. Alright. I really was missing the damage from the chain hits. So what if we put that one back? Actually, that does thunder attack times 5. What does Mene Strophes do? Oh yeah, the reduction of thunder resistance. But we don't care about critical rate. They're all using Elpis gear anyway. Let's try this. Let's make this the main attack, the spammable one. And let's just see if we can get past that 25 billion, or 20 billion mark. Alright. Alright, so I think strategy-wise it's going to be the same. 3-3-3-2, 2-2-2-1. Right, so hang, slash resistance, buff up the team. We're already in thunder stance, so we don't have to worry about deploying it or anything. So 3-3-3-2, then 2-2-2. Foundry hatch for her, that would be a 1. And then basically just try to work in voltaic swords at times. So, alright, let's try this again. 3-3-3-2. 2-2-2. Whoops. I missed a 2 in there. Alright, let's work in voltaic swords. Might have missed up. There's the last voltaic sword. There's the rising beat. Burst. Orlea's speed's a lot faster than I was expecting, so I might have missed a buff in there. At least we have the improvement in damage from chain hits. Still in the 600s. I'm not too happy about that either. Alright. Did we get into the 30 billion? Nope, still 24 billion. Maybe I'm just not clicking something fast enough. Well, we gave it a try. And my Utpalaka is not Stellar Awakened, so I am lacking. Let's see. I'm lacking his Stellar Burst. Deploys Thunder, we don't care about that. Don't care about Guard. Not so sure him not being Stellar Awakened really would really do much difference. Doesn't really... I'm not sure about the Claw Scar stuff or the Dragon Echo stuff, but I'm not seeing anything that suggests that his Stellar skill improves the team's damage. That doesn't affect anything. Light power is greater. So I could gain some additional thunder resistance when I blow the Stellar Burst bar if he was Stellar Awakened. Well, Gave it the old college try. Tried to get Oboro into the 30 billion mark. Didn't happen, so we tried. So it might partially depend on which Thunder characters you have access to. Valette and her skills are generic and buff up everyone. She was buffing up power users and intellect users. In fact, if you've never really noticed, despite using a hammer, Valette herself is a magic damage dealer. She does magic attacks. It's based on her power, but she is a magic damage dealer. So Miyu, as I said, aside from inflicting pain, she wasn't really doing much. She was reducing thunder resistance by 35%, technically 70 if Thunder Zone was deployed, which it should have been. But aside from that, she doesn't have any other group buffs. So she's just there for pain and a little bit of thunder resistance. And then Orlea's skills were neutral as well. Improves party and intellect for everyone. For people with weapon type damage, which I assume staff is a weapon type damage. I'm not sure technically if weapon type is everything except magic, or if it's just everyone. I need to look that up on the wiki sometime, but either way, the power and intellect buffs affect everyone. So she's kind of a neutral person as well. So I guess general conclusions. If you have Utpalaka and are using him, Oboro is probably going to be doing more damage, as long as you have some way to inflict pain. If you have this lineup, obviously Izuna is doing way more damage. Almost triple, double to triple, depending on, 22 to 69 would be pretty much triple, but 28 to 62 would be just about double. I really don't know where to go from that. Obviously, I didn't thoroughly test every single skill. I did not thoroughly test everything. Izuna did require a lot more pianoing on the AF gauge. It's possible that maybe I could have improved speed and stuff and beefed up both teams more. But just at a general glance, reserve characters were providing the exact same bonuses. Sidekicks were providing the exact same bonuses. The team was providing the exact same bonuses. And in the past 30 minutes, hour, I was able to get an output of close to 70 billion with Izuna versus close to 30 billion with Oboro. So I have to come to the conclusion that in a good setup, Izuna can probably do more damage. And someone else is more than welcome to play around with team compositions and find a way to prove me wrong. Which I hope they do. I mean, I was kind of rooting for Oboro. But just at a glance, Izuna is doing... I'm still somewhat mind-blown. One single turn, 70 billion in damage. That's insane to me. And then her skill allowed me to do the AF gauge pretty much immediately on the very next turn, which might be by design because Thundercrack seems to work best once you use it and then use it again. So, well, I'll probably keep playing around and see if I can boost up Oboro's damage some more on this thing. Yeah. In 3 turns, she was able to kill the old Nagsham test dummy, whereas in 3 turns, Oboro got him down to 80%. And then, obviously, on one single turn here, she was pumping out 60 billion plus, where Oboro was pumping out 20 billion plus. So, draw your own conclusions, but that is that's enough for me. I think Izuna is the thunder damage dealer queen for now. So, anyway, I hope all this helps. Casual Crono, signing out.